Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining with us this morning for the special City Council meeting of October 23rd, 2017. The purpose of this meeting is solely to deal with one issue. That's the downtown Titusville Community Redevelopment Agency festival expenses in reference to a letter that was sent to us by Commissioner Tobias. With that, Mr. City Manager.
Yes, sir. If you'd like to do a moment of silence in the pledge.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes.
And as noted, Vice Mayor Behringer is on the phone remotely, so you do have a quorum.
We have a quorum. I will call this meeting to order. Please join me in a moment of silence. Join me in the pledge, please.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Now, Mr. City Manager.
Yes, sir. As the mayor had indicated, on 29 September, we've received a letter addressed to the mayor and a courtesy copy to all council members from Commissioner Tobias. And the gist of the letter, I think we all understand what the implications are. So staff has prepared a response for the mayor to send back to Chairman Smith as the chairman of the Brevard County Commission. And our response is hard copy. There's 3 pages for your review and consideration. We'd like to get that off to the commission chairman today, as there's a late add-on agenda item to the Brevard County Commission meeting tomorrow morning.
All right. Since this is the only item, I would ask for a motion to send this to the County Commission and give me permission to sign it on behalf of the city. Or if there's any discussion at this point, I'd be glad to talk. Yes.
I would move to approve your signature on this letter. I think it has been drafted with restraint. I think that Commissioner Tobias needs to read the law regarding slander and libel. And he's really opening himself up. So I think this letter is probably kinder than it needs to be. But that being said.
Thank you, ma'am. And would that motion include sending it?
Yes.
Yes. Just for everyone's edification, you talk from knowledge, as you are an attorney, as I understand.
Right.
So it's not just a citizen's opinion. It's somebody who's trained in law.
It is, and it's, I have not read the letter. That I know we've talked about it, and he basically accused the CRA board of committing criminal acts,
yes,
among other things, and one is inappropriate, but 2 is potentially creates a liability.
And 3 is not true?
And 3 is not true.
Thank you. I will accept a second on that.
Second.
And sir, before you vote, I'd just like to make a recommendation to courtesy copy the D1 County Commissioner Rita Pritchett, the County Manager and County Attorney, County Manager Frank Abatai, and County Manager Scott Knox.
Would you include that in your motion?
Yes.
Second holds. Second holds.
Mayor, I had discussion.
Any further discussion? Say again.
Sorry, I had discussion.
Matt?
Yes, sir.
Are you there?
I am.
Do you wish to speak?
Yes.
I'll go right ahead, please.
I'm in agreement with Member Nelson, and I think that the letter, as it stands, there should be one amendment to that letter. And the amendment, the sentence should read something to the effect of, and we are requesting review of ethics and law or violations of law committed by the commissioner as a Brevard County Commission.
I would ask that we went over this letter pretty carefully. And I tend to agree with you emotionally. We don't want this to just keep dragging on, and what we'd like is, frankly, is for the commission as a whole to look at this and make their decision. I hate to add any other aspects to it that maybe are unnecessary and provoking in any way. That's my opinion.
Sure.
Anybody feel differently?
Actually,
I do feel strongly, and the reason for that is that this tone of character is being allowed to happen. And up until this point, I do not see Commissioner Baya changing any tone nor accusations moving forward. And I don't, and at City Council and the CRA, I made a claim that, and of which I don't levy lightly, that there was an illegal component to that. And I've seen no resolve or follow-up to that, specifically addressing the legality of what he did. And to bring something like he did that's unwarranted, and what until somebody tells me different, is not illegal, I would hope that as a county commission, they would be aware that that's a threshold that their representatives are crossing. And I don't have confidence in the county attorney at this point until shown differently for him to address that. And that's why I make that, or raise the question.
I understand what Matt is saying, and I would agree with him, but I think at this point, restraint is in order. If he continues down that path, then maybe restraint should be withheld, and we should go forward.
I agree with what you're saying. Mr. City Attorney, do you have any recommendations?
No, I agree with Member Nelson.
Okay.
God, everybody's agreeing with me today.
See?
Come back from vacation and everybody agrees with
That's what happens. Is there any other discussion on this? Not hearing any. All those in favor say yes.
Yes.
Any opposed? Like sign?
No.
If that's the way you want to do it. It passes 4-1 with Member Barringer voting in the negative. With that, is there any other discussion anyone would like to have?
Yes, sir. The second agenda item is petitions and requests from the public present.
Mr. Leedy?
Morning.
Good morning. Name and
Kurt Leedy, Titusville, member of the CRA. I just wanted to chime in on the fact that what Matt was talking about, that since this letter from him involves the CRA, maybe that can be on the agenda item at the CRA for the next meeting, so we could kind of chime in to see, and that gives it a month or so to see if this calms down and satisfies what I agree with what you were saying. Maybe this letter should be sufficient, but if it continues, then let the CRA kind of maybe follow up with another letter, as Matt is suggesting.
Thank you.
That's my only comment.
Thank you.
Okay.
Mr. City Attorney, tell me if I'm out of order to discuss this further.
I would not discuss it further with regard to CRA. That should happen at a CRA meeting, and the items be
No,
voted
regard to
on.
the letter and the vote. Regard to the vote.
You
I
can
want
come.
to ask Matt to reconsider.
You could ask him.
Okay. Matt, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Matt, I'm going to ask you if you would reconsider your vote. It would be much more powerful, I think, if the council were unified on this. It may be interpreted that you are actually supporting it, supporting his letter in some way if you're voting against our letter. I understand it's not quite as strong as you would like, but it may be in the future. So I would ask you, you're not, I don't think you're against sending the letter, you just would like the addition, but reading it in, in the county council or in a newspaper or whatnot, I think, people will be wondering why you voted against it, or maybe you were for that letter. So I'd ask you to reconsider your vote.
Yeah, at this point, I appreciate that. Mine will hold as is.
Okay. Any further business to be? I see none. Any discussion? I declare this meeting adjourned.